Mama, there goes that man.
There we go.
Hello, KJ.
Well, if you're seeing just you and I, and you showed up here looking for one Jacob Allen Kemp, I don't even know if that's his middle name. He's with us. He's just off camera, so we'll bring him in, as soon as he pops on camera. So, hold your horses. I don't want to out him with like a live waiting for Jake to return to his seat cam, but I do want the people to know he's present.
God, that's just such a bad angle.
It could be worse.
I know.
It could be worse.
It could be a lot worse. Hey, man, thanks for joining us. It's a noted Wash Media personality, KJ, who I just confirmed will be joining us in Chicago.
That is correct. How far out are we? We're 3 weeks out from the Chicago meetup. But what I wanted to also talk about, and I guess we should wait until Jake gets here, is there's a kind of a vague tweet that went out regarding the Dumb Zone and circling back, being in the same studio going on this month. Mm-hmm. What's that all about?
Maybe I didn't talk about it. You sent out 2 YouTube links and nothing for Twitch. Oh, sorry. My bad. Oh, this is funny. The answer to your question is Jake and Dan are coming down next Tuesday to record a pod. Coming to Austin. Yeah. The aforementioned
live
Jake
check-in.
Kemp. Yeah. I can't wait to finally meet Jake in person, and figure out what's up with this guy. It was so cool since we signed him. It's like, hey, kiddo, we're going to meet. We're going to create so much good content together. No, but yeah, they're coming down and, oh, there he is. There's a guy. He's getting it. Look at him. He's looking like he's in a professionally broadcast. Bring him on. It's the guy who's
not one for a dramatic entrance. Hello there, Jake.
Hi, Jake.
You going through it there, brother?
What up?
Jake, Jake, we've got to look at see the thing in the middle. It says finals preview. It's a basketball.
What's with the massive delay?
That's going to be a one-sided affair. The two of us
I heard about that.
Present.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The two of us are vibing.
Let's do this. 1 second. Check it now. Anything better? We're going to have to look at us. Jake, I'll send you a message. Quickly. Disconnect and then rejoin the link. Whenever you hear that, go ahead and do that. I feel like we've done enough StreamYards together.
Things are moving quickly on the stream.
The ticker tape. Wait till it shows up to him. There we go. So Dave, while we're waiting on him to hear that, next Tuesday.
That must be some delay.
I know. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, the guy down below, he's joining us in studio, and I'm looking forward to it because we're gonna have Randy there, and the people have wanted Randy and Dan McDowell to interact. And I don't know why those two people have been singling those out, but yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We don't really have a plan for it. I know Randy's doing calls with Jake and Dan's tech guy, but it's gonna be good. It's going to be really good. Are we gonna punt Jake out of here or what?
I appreciate this question. And for the people who are not familiar with the Dumb Zone, that's all going to be taken by Dan. And in fact, they're just going to see whose act I've been ripping off very poorly for years.
KJ, I don't think you're ripping anybody's act. I think you're a class act, despite some of your recent appearances on noted podcast, Too Much Dip. But I think you become your own man, your own podcaster. Okay, that's good, Landry. That's really good. How do we kick Jake out since he
I
can't
can
hear
do
us
it.
and kick him out. He'll come
I
back
can
in.
do that. I can do that.
Yeah, get him out.
Let me hit that. Let me get us off of the 2 box here. All right,
Look
folks.
at just a couple guys on the hardwood talking about hardwood.
Let's just do a quick reset here.
Did you see the story about the Amazon tribe that's very isolated that got Starlink from Elon, and now it's just Crankapalooza?
Like, who self-reports that? Or do you think they're like just monitoring the shit out of their usage?
I think that there's some internal leaks from Starlink. I don't trust them. I think that they're keeping tabs just to see, because I bet to Elon this is like a cool social experiment of some sort, and not some altruistic save the world thing. And yeah, he's letting people know that we've got some beaters in the Amazon.
I saw the story. I really I appreciated Dylan's tweet asking if the people in the Amazon are wondering why so many American women are getting stuck under coffee tables and stuck in dryers.
It's a good tweet, Dylan.
That's well done. What I want to know is, let's say you are addicted to the porn. I believe that. What I don't buy into is I don't believe that, like, if you're in the Amazon, like, you're not fucking, why would you care about social media? Like, I don't think they're addicted to social media though.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like a gateway to the porn, you know? Cause when you live with 20 other people, are you really about to go like live on Facebook? Like, you don't care about that. Just give me the titties that are above the knee.
Oh, I'm not comfortable with that line at all for a number of reasons. It's just that feels beneath you, KJ. Right on cue. I was trying to revamp our circling back doc from earlier, and I hopped into the Google Doc, and it seems to have somewhat frozen my Chrome, so I can't see you, but apparently I'm still on. So this is going really well for me. Okay,
I'm disappointed on all accounts here with technology and stuff, as we're just sitting here ripping some people in the Amazon that are just dealing with like 1 gig speed, downloading pictures of AI Diana Taurasi beating it in their huts. Like, we're the real cucks here.
Cool. I think we are 2 for 2 on kids under the age of 4 sleep, or at least attempting to sleep. So that's cool.
I love these, like, you rang.
Let's see here.
Taylor, this is the truest thing. I've only actually been looking forward to chatting with Jake on air again, strictly to ask about hey, how's it feel to have, I don't know, the world's best fan base who also likes to be an absolute group of bees to each other anytime somebody else breathes on mic. And they all know it. It's the weirdest thing. I love it, but it's a lot.
Hey, Daddy's back. Daddy fixed it.
We all are, Blake. We all are.
Okay.
For those just joining here, Jake has been with us. His internet was delayed. We kicked him from the studio and we re-invited him. He should be in. I don't know. We'll see.
We need to get him back so we can read Reddit comments regarding the washed Dumb Zone collab. I think we might actually do that next week when they come down.
All right. Well, while we're waiting on Jake, do we want to talk any Mavs stuff? You want to just hop into it?
What I really want to discuss is not so much the X's and O's, and that's going to really disappoint people because, I'd love to discuss what KP brings to the Celtics offense and why he's the real X factor in this series. What's Chandler Parsons doing?
You finally saw that clip?
I did. After you brought up on Too Much Dip. My biggest fear, I've got a lot of fears. Okay. I have a fear that I do a live stream and promote it through Washed and one of the guys' internet stops working. That's one of my fears. I fear that I will somehow make my computer freeze after I've sent that email and I'm live with you and just kind of leaving you to go on about whatever. And then my other fear is that one of my favorite players, after he retires, tries to like carve out a nice media career, which sounds great, but does it by just saying the dumbest shit to get clicks. Like, can you imagine if Dirk was just making the rounds saying just bullshit? It's like, what's Chandler Parsons, to be clear, no one's favorite player. I was very excited when they got him. Didn't work out. Actually was quite a disaster in Dallas. But that being said, no one in Dallas hates KP.
I think you're right there. I definitely think that there's an opportunity for drama this series. Like any little chippy thing we get, whether it be from like Kyrie, which we've seen none of that all playoffs, or from KP, like that could turn this from like an amicable situation to where like both media basis just absolute burn this like to the ground and make it all about them. Nobody wants that. Nobody cares. What I want to do is spend like probably the next 6 to 10 days talking about, so what happened to Ime Udoka? Like, can we just like release all those voicemails? I mean, I know he's coaching in Houston. I know what happened to him, but it still blows my mind that this like franchise completely survived like a Ron Washington times 10 situation and just kept on fucking chugging.
Yeah, and I was told by Matt Barnes that like he knew he found out what happened and like it was freaking bad, dude. Wow, he's gone. John Lynch chiming in.
Oh, my childhood hero. I appreciate it, man. You're doing a great job in the front office in San Fran. Congrats on the big signing.
Can we get is there any 690 dumb fucks that want to hop on the stream and fill in and represent the dumb zone?
You want to just do a quick cold call? Landry, I can't even bring that on the screen because you misspelled Ime Udoka's name like so poorly.
Oh, there
Guess
he is.
what? The social experiment is over.
Now?
The social experiment has ended.
Hi, Jake.
Jake.
Mama, there goes that man.
Motherfucker. How about we just do this on Jake's delay? We wait for his lead. How about that? I gotta pick up my headphones.
I think thank you for the intro. I think the weirdest thing about I think damn, this delay is gonna absolutely kill me.
Don't look at the comments.
You got it, Jake. You lead. You're one. We'll wait and we'll follow. Otherwise, there's no way you'll be able to keep up if we lead.
So I'm just gonna say this. I think the Ime Udoka thing is just stop talking. I think the weirdest thing about it is that like they hired him like a year later. Why did he get hired like a year later? Like if it was that big of a deal, then why did he get hired a year later?
I'll hop in there. It probably wasn't that big of a deal. It's probably just some low-key cuck shit.
Without a doubt, it had to have been bad. It's in Boston. What? You got to imagine that. I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn.
He fucked around on his wife. Like, is that big of a deal?
Allegedly.
What? He had sex with a white lady?
Oh.
In Boston again. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good, KJ. That was good.
Pivot briefly before we do any Mavs stuff. I do want your honest JJ Redick takes, and I apologize if all the dumb fucks
but
have
that's
heard
what I'm
them.
saying though. Like, how is that big of a deal?
It's Boston. It's that big of a deal.
God, this delay is gonna kill me.
Mhm.
So my JJ Redick takes are that that he's
Oh,
Wait, are we good now? We might be good.
He also had an abortion contract.
oh, yeah. People don't talk about
It's a
that.
real thing. You can look up.
Wait, who?
Boy, worst time for a delay.
JJ Redick.
Okay.
Just
Oh, okay. Okay. JJ Redick did have yes, I recall this now. He had a what's the lady's name or the guy's name? Baseball. A Derek Jeter agreement, basically. Correct? And didn't Jeter have something similar? So we can reset that.
I'm
Since
gonna
that
give
was chopped
you-
up pretty bad.
I'm going to give you a real hard to say. This is
tell
not
you.
my alley. And again,
I do know this.
one of the more ill-timed delays. What were we saying? What were we talking about? JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, 2023, and it may have been older than that. Vanessa Lopez. I'm reading from the Honorable Sports Source, Deadspin, that gave
famous-
the recap of his abortion contract. But I do recall that headline.
Famously bad.
If he's now the head coach of the Clippers, or I'm sorry, the Lakers, not the Clippers. Obviously, they've got Tyronn Lue.
Sports guy.
Again, give me 82 weeks of him in a media meat grinder. It won't be fun. He'll look like Jake does tonight on this delay in every press conference. It's just not a great look. Oh,
Yeah, oh wow. Oh, shout out to Jay.
Jay, thanks. How about you bail me the hell out here for once?
The only other thing I've got on the Mavs is I guess I grossly underestimated the amount of pre-finals bits that the media gets off, like Super Bowl-esque. It's not nearly that same level, but I saw Guillermo running around. You familiar with his bag? It's not a deep bag, but a lot of people find that funny.
His bag is short, but he speaks English.
Mhm.
I think is like the most of the bit, correct?
Yeah, as far as I can tell. And I saw I got served a video today of him walking up to Josh Green when Josh Green was doing his press time, and I was like, I can't watch this. I can't watch poor Josh Green. I have to deal with this. There's no way he's familiar with the bit. What?
No, I was trying to run through my head why the fuck is Josh Green doing media bits with Guillermo? But that's exactly your point. Who's running the whole finals? We've got ABC, so ESPN, correct? Have all 7 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed
that
that
I'm very confident.
No, I think that's right. I'm disappointed that I can't actively tell you here's who's going to get embarrassed during the NBA finals, like Anthem tomorrow. Do we have an answer for that? Why don't we have those sorts of bits going on? Who's going to be singing the Black National Anthem? Meet Me at the Trap. It's going down by Young Jock.
Well, actually, you know who is doing the national anthem? They've got Randy Travis.
Non-nude Randy Travis.
It's fully clothed Randy Travis, and he's back. He's got a new single. It's AI supported, but doesn't matter. It's still Randy Travis. It's a top 5 country music voice of all time.
Fair.
Uh,
Any actual thoughts, predictions, preferences, wishes for this series as we go into what could be a crowning moment for Luka's career, a speed bump for Luka's career, or, you know, any way it could be a catastrophe, I suppose, for Luka's career.
If like game 2, game 3 rolls around and he does the deal where like he starts chirping the refs and like lets it completely get in his head and they start throwing out tees. Yeah, I mean that narrative, which like you kind of saw that in the Thunder series quite a bit actually, and I think that was like the worst of his knee sprain. I think that's probably like the worst he felt, and the fact that like he was dealing with Dort the entire series, and like that's not fun. But that would be it. I maybe outside of them getting swept, which I don't see. I said on what did I say on Too Much Dip? Did I say Mavs at 6 or Mavs at 7? Not that it even matters, but
yeah, it's not like either was going to be like a scorching hot take per se, but even
dude,
getting swept,
I'll say whatever, man. I'm crazy.
even with getting swept, you look at last series with Anthony Edwards, like star rising tremendously going into that series. And I don't think getting stomped 4-1 is going to make anybody go into next year being like, oh, well, he's really not that guy. Like all of the shame will be elsewhere on that team. And I think if this goes sideways, even if he has a tough series, I don't think people are going to sit here and like disregard everything he's done to this point. So short of unspeakable actions or like fully getting kicked out of games, who knows? But you just can't lose in Boston. That's all I ask. I don't want to see like the proprietor of Wahlburgers like let into the ropes, like on the other side of the yellow rope for the trophy raising ceremony. I can't do that.
I got to ask
Portnoy fucking high stepping on the side, like
he's not going to high step. He's not high stepping. You brought up hamburgers.
He's gonna gritty fucking baseline.
You brought up hamburgers, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask your thoughts on Smash GC rolling through Trillburger in Houston, showing love, giving flowers to Bun B.
For those who are new here, I'm the one live golf fan.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
That you've ever met. Big live golf guy here. And one Smash GC went through a burger place owned by Bun B in Houston.
They don't serve hamburgers. They're Trillburgers.
Every bit of it felt like an NIL video. Like it felt like a. I agree, Barrett, and we're going to get it. That's the thing that's pissing me off. Like, I'm not here to throw any legitimate shame at any legitimate companies out there. I respect the hell out of the speed at which companies are prepared with the grift. But if after like game 1, we start getting like Luka meme shirts, I like, oh, in the shop now. Oh, Mamma Mia, like with Luka's face on it or something stupid.
Okay, if they make that, I'm buying it. my beer has this guy on it. I'm buying the Mamma Mia shirt. Okay, I'm drinking Mamma Mia beer. It's from Hoof Hearted Brewing, and it's an Italian style pilsner, which I don't know if you know, quite good. And this will be the only one I have tonight. I'm exactly one beer guy.
I think that's a lot. We're both drinking like fitting for our yuppie ass towns. Me in Madison, Wisconsin, with a farmer's market pineapple and peach fruited sour. It's a real manly beer for a Wednesday night.
What is that? What are you doing? Is this what you do up there? I did say Pilsner. Look, I misspoke. Thank you, Blake. I'm sorry. A Pilsner. I've got an accent, dude. I'm fucking Worcester. How many rounds are me and Portnoy going to the ring? I don't want that action. He'll send his he's got that guy who just memes He just memes all day. He'll meme me to death. I don't want any of that action at all. Celtics in 5. Okay.
No, I think what's going to happen if I were to get in an altercation with Portnoy, like he would do an episode. I don't know why I'm even going this direction with this.
Yeah, why
question.
are
Like,
you
it's
really
not
you're
good for my
obsessed with
day.
Portnoy?
I'm obsessed with what I'm going to see courtside. Like I'm trying to come to grips with like all the faces. Bill Simmons, you can throw him in there. Mike Greenberg. Like I've said on Too Much Dip several times, I enjoy watching courtside during NBA games and just like, oh, hey, there's Fat Joe, man spreading the hell on the baseline. You see him, he's right there next to Guy Fieri. Like that's entertainment for me. In Celtics games, it's always trash. And it's not trash because the people aren't famous. It's just trash because the people are the same person, like recopied over in different like variants. And I'm just not excited to see it. Like I just don't want that.
Hey, thanks, Parker. That's really nice. You rock, dude. Hey,
I'm suspicious.
who do we have? Who do we have courtside?
Who are the
other
Cowboys?
than
Or you're
Romo?
gonna have Micah Parsons doing a show from the sideline, probably on his phone. Romo's not a courtside celebrity. He's a player. He's on the roster.
He was famous. That's right. A lot of people don't know that he was in uniform on the end of the bench. I wish Jake was here because I know that is one moment in time that Jake will never, ever forget about.
I do want to know for those that are still in Dallas. I think the last time, I mean, hell, you were there the last time I've been to a game was the Clippers series. Was that 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
I was so mad. Yeah, it was me and you.
It might have been 5 years ago. It was a while back. But what I'm getting at is like the scene outside of stadiums. As I've watched like the Oilers series with the Stars, like just go insane for their playoff series. I think back to like the Bucks during their playoffs, like how many people were outside the stadiums watching games. I don't think Boston's going to be like that. Their stadium's not really in an area that kind of plays favor to that. Plus, it's Boston. But I feel like Dallas has been trending towards like people want to just go hang out outside of the AAC. So I am curious if like Dallas can convert this into that opportunity to be like, fuck, we have a whole outside the arena scene. And if so, how much would you have to be paid in order to go put up with that shit?
Let me just say this. I cannot diss the American Airlines Center. I cannot be critical because their stadium is not in Arlington. No offense. It's not a shot at you. It's not. But you know how I feel about this. Most people feel. The outside the arena scene, I don't know. Do you remember when the American Airlines Center first was built and the shops and stuff out there were like high-end, like European? It was like stuff that you're not going into when you bring your family down there for a game. It was insane. It was insane. And now they've definitely switched it up a little bit. They don't have like what's the bar that's like their version of Texas Live?
Hero.
Okay, that's a good place to watch a game.
And I think it's the offshoot of what? The cousin of HG Sply. Is that accurate?
Is that right? I don't know, man. I've been down here too long.
Brian,
Yeah, that's a
the
great
most
point,
accurate
Brian.
thing
That's real.
you could have ever said, because had a feeling that she and I would hit it off well, but she's not here to chat with me directly and maybe open my mind up. I've often said that I've got the quickest path to speaking at CPAC or the RNC, and I feel like me and Tiffany Gomez being a power couple would get me there yesterday.
Well, you already sleep with one of those CPAPs, right?
I forgot to tell you my audition to replace the living or non-living member of Diamond and Silk didn't go so well. So I'm just looking for other avenues.
Yeah, I guess Tiffany did. Okay.
That's great.
That's meta, man. Where were we? Where were we going with that? Yeah,
I don't know. Somebody said Tiffany Gomez. My brain went all American flag, which is the route she's gone. Your predictions, you're saying Mavs confidently. I
No,
went
not
very
that.
fearful. Go ahead.
There is some fear in my voice. It was like a
How does
Mavs
this
in
go
7.
poorly? Or I guess, how does this go poorly for the Mavs, or how's it go right? That's
The
like my
Celtics.
genuine sports question.
Celtics shoot like 48% from 3, and like it's just nothing you can do at that point in time.
I hate to say it, but I feel like your coaching is going to be the way that you win this, which is weird to say. I feel like you've got to make Al Horford a non-factor, even though he's like a defensive powerhouse and he'll certainly play. And you've just got to hope that Porzingis is rusty. Like, if you can still be successful playing, the alley-oop game as you've done all playoffs, and that Porzingis isn't going to fuck that up because he can move and Al Horford can defend. Like, that's how things stick around. Because if you can keep that going whenever Luka and Kyrie aren't shooting, you got success. What I don't want to see is the offensive depth that the Celtics have get the Mavs in early foul trouble. And I think there's a lot of potential for that to happen.
What are you doing, man? Why are you sounding all smart? Fucking, you sound like a real ball knower.
I wanted the people to have like something to take home with them, for them to go into that cold and quiet night knowing like, hey, this guy might go like look up Tiffany Gomez and add some words in a Google search later. But he also did kind of look up the plus minus in case Jake brought the heat tonight. We know that's not the case.
Just out here making me look like a non-ball knower, man. And I'm getting exposed.
I don't know shit about the Birmingham Barons, but like I may be going to, oh, you know what? I'm not. I fully committed to going to a metal bat college baseball game of the Madison Mallards tomorrow night. Not going. Did not really look at my calendar correct.
Was this a coworker thing, or was this like a friend?
100%. 100%.
It sounds like something your coworkers would want you to do, and it'd be fun.
Oh,
you'd
1,000.
probably have a good time, but you'd probably be like,
team outing. And I'm realizing, like, put it on the calendar. Hell, I might have even picked the game and said, you know what, I'm in. And didn't for a second until right now when Parker asked that question. Anything else before we wrap this up? I don't know how long we want to keep these people wondering when Jake's going to come back. And I'm looking at the text and not seeing what I like, not liking what I see and don't see.
man, we owe Landry a serious apology.
What, that Landry was previously or now unseated as the worst technological guest on our show?
Something like that. Yeah, he powered through. He was, if I remember correctly, very pixelated. I think he was living at Mockingbird Station at the time. And
very specific.
It was. And I remember I had a lot of friends who lived there, and I know the walls, but they're very thick. And anyway, Landry, we just want to say, keep doing what you do, Playboy. We respect you. You're doing great. No, I don't have too much else on the series. I'm weirdly like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm going to be watching this at home, and it's weird. This because the last time they were in the finals, I think I was living in Oklahoma City and watching it with other Mavs fans. And I'm kind of down here on my own. I'm going to be watching it like I watched the entire playoff run on my couch by myself, and got 2 kids sleeping. Can't be yelling too much. So I know.
You can go watch game 2. Well, actually, all these games are 7:30 starts. So yeah, you're not going out and watching game 2.
That's a good question.
Only if he's playing like Fortnite or something. Like, I cannot have like an interested and invested Luka during this act. Like, that would ruin it for me. And
he is.
I'm a giver, but I've got to have some dignity at the end of the day, and I don't need him vested in the experience.
Yeah.
Is there a Will Levis video? Sorry to cut you off here, but am I missing? Is there internet happening that I need to watch?
See, this is KJ's trying to act like he's not already watched it.
I'll give you a little live react. Is this on Twitter?
I genuinely have seen 0 seconds of it, and I know that's going to be hard for a number of people to believe.
Oh.
Is this a Twitter play?
Oh. All right, let me star that. I'll be back. You know, met somebody at the pool the other day that's from Tennessee, and they were like, "Hey, you should be a Titans fan." You know what? My Jesus freak quarterback Trevor Lawrence isn't doing that anytime soon to anybody.
Did he get stuck under the coffee table? What happened? I genuinely haven't seen it. You need to help me out here. Give me pretend my son is in the room and give me
it's a Dave Portnoy play. Portnoy play. Maybe not as aggressive. I don't have audio on. As you know, I famously don't watch videos with audio.
Okay, Gary.
But just, it's just, again, it's him and it's an attractive woman. How about that?
Look, we made it a long time, Tim. We really did. We were kind of bummed out because of the tech difficulties, and that is true. That Barrett is absolutely. I was trying to pull that, and I couldn't remember the game. That game is Overwatch.
Oh, what I say? I said Fortnite instead of Overwatch. Whatever.
I knew what you meant. I don't
Hey,
know.
keep an eye out on this feed for about 7 weeks from now, as NCAA 25 comes back out, as I will be exposing my addiction online.
Time out.
And just sitting there scrolling through the menu.
I need you to commit. Have you contacted Randy?
He and I have not spoken, but we need to. I'll schedule that ASAP. But I'm all in. I've been training my body in a disgusting way, which is powering like an energy drink at about 6 p.m. so I could stay up till 1, just continuing to practice, getting familiar with the Xbox. It's not a healthy relationship that I'm building in preparation for this game release.
Because if you want to take over the Twitch stream and Twitch that, I would love it. I would be fine with doing it. It's been so long. I'm not good at that. Like, I'm not entertaining. I can't do both of those things at once. I feel like you would be good. I feel like you would be very good. But who do you play as? Are you staying loyal to your ponies? Are you down about your ponies losing Keelan Russell, the 4-star, soon to be 5-star out of Duncanville?
He's 4-star for a reason, and maybe that's a little bit much. Maybe it was the ponies that were bringing him up to 4. Who knows? I'm not salty. But I might go with the Badgers. How about that? Get a game each year out west, recruit nationally, Big Ten team, and I can play locally. How about that?
Yeah. I explained some of my other fears earlier. I have a fear of sitting courtside and just getting absolutely wrecked and just ended up in as a meme into eternity.
I have a fear of sitting courtside, and not to dismiss yours or one up it at all, but I agree. My fear is that I'll get a waitress or an attendant, I guess you might call them, stewardess, that will pull the what do you call those movie theaters with the restaurant in it?
Alamo Draft House.
Out in Alamo Draft House, and they're just loudly taking your order during a pivotal free throw, squatting in front of you with the iPad. So do you want the nachos with or without jalapenos? And I'm like, yes, yeah. Snow caps too. And then I miss something critical to the game because they're sorry, sir, this card doesn't work either. And they're drawing out the interaction. So that's my fear. Or that fucking Tony Brothers trips over them as he brings me my Sierra Nevada. I don't want to be that person.
You don't want to interfere with the game. You don't want, the last thing you want as a courtside person is to be noticed, right? What if you're remember that video of that old dude who very clearly sits on his balls? What if that happens and people are wait a minute, go back, hold on, go back 15 seconds. That dude just sit on his balls?
I don't know. I called out a guy that was wearing flip-flops, rocking rainbows courtside, right underneath baseline courtside. You can't do that, man. Like you can't be touching the photographers with your big toe, like during a game. That's just not all right.
I was actually thinking about going and wearing my Chacos,
Keep that thing strapped.
which I think the last time those things got play was in Montana with you and Jake a couple years ago.
That's why we need Jake on here. We need Jake to hold a gun to your head and see if you're going to Idaho with us or not in a couple months.
I don't know. It's in August, right?
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, don't worry. There's only like 20 people lightly committed for sure. So
this is busy
I'm sure,
guy voice.
I'm sure we'll make it out with 12.
This is busy guy voice. Oh yeah, man. I'm so stacked that month, dude. I got so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, then let me exploit Jake's audience for if he hasn't put out the plea or the call for advice or guidance on Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I'll be checking that state off for the first time in our trip in August. And there's nothing I like more than arguing with TC or Jake or Machine about what it is we're going to be doing. And if I'm armed with insider info and the actual good things to do, it just makes those arguments that much easier. So shoot them to me at KJ Ellis with ones as the L's on Twitter or Instagram.
KJ, you remember the last time we were together in Montana, we had a run with a brush with greatness.
Heisman Trophy winner himself. He got Bush's trophy back. He told us that day. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret." I was like, "What's up, Johnny? What do you need, man?" He's like, "I'm gonna fucking down these 2 tacos. Next time you hear from me, I'm getting Reggie Bush's fucking trophy back." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't put too much pressure on you, but if anybody can get it done, it can be you."
To be fair, like I think we made fun of him at the time, or at least kind of joked about it, like him, that being his crusade. Kind of worked. It did work. He got it back. I don't know how much of that was the Manziel effect, but him threatening to boycott, that's a little bit of juice, right?
No, I think it had nothing to do with it, but I think that he probably was aware. Like he's CC'd on the Heisman House emails, and he knew the winds were blowing that way. So, shouts to him for that. I appreciated that. That was pre-documentary too. Like had we seen him, like knowing that documentary was going to come out, we really could have taken better advantage of that opportunity.
Is Jay a Ghost Adventures guy? Because I think is he talking about the Danville axe murder house?
Jay looks like 2 of the 3 ghost hunters. He looks like 90% of the people that host ghost hunting shows on HGTV, except for with Better Traps.
I have approximately 4 minutes of stand up on my phone in my notes app, and it's all ghost related. And maybe one day, open mic, maybe I don't know, I'm scheduled to be at the Addison Improv and then the Funny Bone in Cleveland. I got a couple dates in August. That's why I can't go to Idaho with y'all, but maybe we'll break it out there.
It's another thing. I meant to do my whole 10 minutes on Jimmy Nelson, local comedian Jimmy Nelson and I's working career together, which by the way, I followed Jimmy on Instagram and he immediately was like, "KJ, what's up?" I'm like, yes, validation. And everything after that was pretty par and average. So I couldn't even screenshot and share it back.
So let's get back to basketball. I want to bring this up before we go.
Look at this guy.
A friend of mine I've met his wife at least 3 or 4 times, maybe more. I followed her on Instagram recently. Figured it was time. I just saw her tagged in a photo. So I was like, I'll follow her. She accepted the follow. She was private. So she saw it was me. I have a very uncommon last name. Not team follow back. So now I'm kind of embarrassed. I thought I was doing the right thing to follow.
What's her follow ratio?
That's not important. It's nothing. And it's nobody I work with. It's not Sally.
Okay. She ever made a salad with watermelon in it or beets in it? Because I'd say once every 3 or 4 months, I do consider looking up let's give a gander, but I forget and I never go look into it.
Are you talking about Liv?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Liv. No.
I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know who you're referencing. So once you said somebody you work with,
it's someone I work with. Wife. These are non-content people.
Gotcha.
And that's why it's a little awkward, because like we're presumably we'll see them at a social event. Maybe we'll go out this weekend. There could be a crazy event happening, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, accepted the request. You saw it was me. My last name clearly there, makes up the majority of my Instagram handle at DC Rock, and just didn't hit me with that follow back. Like, okay, it's a little ego. Like, look, I know I should kill my ego. I got some DMT on deck, but I was a little.
Some DMT on deck. I love it. I'll tell you that it couldn't be Sally, because she and I share a passion similar to Will and I for exchanging appreciation for one Hillary Duff on a regular basis. So that is one social media exchange that I do look forward to. Anything else before we get out of here? We're doing our show Monday. Too much dip. We'll talk sports.
Mm-hmm.
Probably as much as you'd want to hear sports from us. But I do look forward to hearing from Jake. Maybe we'll force Jake to pop on Monday to speak for himself about what the hell's going on with that rent a house internet.
I forgot that's not. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's not his domicile.
No, it is not. Which I will tell you. If that well, I guess you follow them, but if they were to follow you back, like you'd be able to see the status. But the man's doing some renovations to his like primary house. Those some renovations ain't little. Like it's a full blown gut job, and I'm blown away. And it makes me very, very fearful for like the small renovations I've got on the horizon, because that shit looks like a fucking full blown excavators rolled through.
That's what got that Amazon tribe in trouble. So gut jobs.
Okay. Well done. You know,
Mama, there goes that man.
I wish I had more than one button on cue today.
Terry, and
but that's like all I've got on the.
Let's go 2-on-2, baby.
I'm with Brown.
I should have cut that up separately, but I don't give a shit.
Can you rewatch Old Bachelors? I kind of want to go back and watch that just for the clip purposes for this upcoming finals.
I will go find it. I may even have that audio or the video. No. I have the video because that's where I pulled the audio. So like that part I got, but it's Terry Rozier and it's Jason Tatum's, or not Tatum, but
okay, dude,
Jaylen Brown.
Look, it was an honest misspeak. It was a piss no. It's just never gonna. It is a cool can. Thanks, man.
Oh man, that's kind of funny.
It is funny. Well, this was a load of fun, KJ. Thank you. We'll run it back sometime.
Well done. Thank you all for putting up with it. Again, too much dip on Monday. Look for Jake's excuse on Dumb Zone tomorrow. You know what? We're idiots because I have Dan's number. I should have just texted Dan earlier on in this, and Dan probably would have been like, I guess, and like joined us from his iPad. I didn't think of that in a moment.
This guy's got Dan's
okay.
number.
Let's slow down. I visited his house once and over-talked his show like I do every show, and his fans loved it.
Did you glaze?
Huh?
Did you glaze?
Did I glaze? No.
Was it insane glazing? Just answer the question. Okay, bye.
It was not an insane glazing.
Okay, just asking. All right, bye-bye.
You well know that if you put a mic in front of me and be like, hey, we've got no rundown, just go ahead and chat. Like, I'm not going to not talk. That's what happened.
All right, man. That's you're doing great. Thank you. Thanks to everybody who powered through the tech. We got a good audience tonight. All right, we're having fun. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.